First factor is the store location, where the store is been located. So here the ambience of the retail store, it should be in such a way that it should attract the customers. Third factor is variety. It means the customers here, they have a large extent attracted to buy the varieties of articles. This store layout, it includes the arrangement of the goods properly. Hi and a warm welcome to you all dear students. I, George Olime, Commerce Faculty, Department of Commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. Dear students, today I am going to take up session 3 on the topic that is factors influencing the retailing. Before going to this particular topic, I will just give the highlights of the last session where I had explained to you about the types of retail marketing. In that we have two important types. One is on the basis of non-store location and on the basis of store-based location. Now in today's session, let us understand the other topics, and firstly shall we take up the factors influencing retailing. So which are the factors which will be influencing on this retail marketing? First thing it says, the first factor is the store location, where the store is been located. So this particular store location is an important element or the factor which will influence the retailing business or retailing marketing. So the location of the store, that is the retail store, it has a very great influence and the degree over the success of any business you see. Because if the store has been located somewhere in the remote areas, in the village areas where it is not accessible to the customers, then in that case you cannot get a very good success or you cannot get good sales, and thereby your profit margin also will not be there, because when there is no sales you will not get profit. So that is a very important aspect where the first factor says the location of the store should be in such a way that where it is easily accessible to the customers, as well as it is more convenient and easily where they can reach that particular store. So in that particular place or in that particular location or in that kind of location, the store has to be situated or it has to be established. Now the retail store located in a busy market, which it will be having lot of chances of success. You can see the stores which is been located under this particular type of store location where it is been located in the busy market. So if the store is located in the busy market areas, then you can get good success or a great success in the business. So there is a lot of chances of success for your business as well as for the market than it is been located in isolated places. Than if it is been located in isolated places means where you cannot reach or where there is no population, where the customers cannot have access and it is not convenient for the people or the customer at large to come to that particular store. So that's why it says it should be always located in a place. The store should be located in a place where there is a big population or a thick population, which has been covered by thick population also. And you see that it should be located in the busy areas or in the busy markets than in the isolated places, so that you get more customers. Now, since selection of the store is a very important and a permanent aspect, and it says it is a very important decision also. So taking decision where the store has to be located, it is one of the important element or the factors. So there should be more care has to be taken where the store has to be located. So while selecting the location, you should take utmost care and also take a proper decision and see that there should be a permanent store where it should be located, where it is easily accessible and convenient to the customers. Coming to the second factor, that is about store ambience. Ambience means the atmosphere of the place. The store which is been located, that should be very cool and calm, and the atmosphere of that particular place, it should be a very good atmosphere. So here the ambience of the retail store, it should be in such a way that it should attract the customers, right? So that, and also it gives them the satisfaction when they enter the store or the outlet. So in such a place, the stores has to be located so that as the customer enters, there should be an atmosphere, a very good atmosphere or a congenial atmosphere should be there where they feel that they can come to your store, to the retail store or the retail outlet, and thereby they can purchase whatever the goods according to the preferences and choice and the taste. So generally, the chain stores have the same ambience. So if you see the chain stores, that as I told you, like Mega Mart, or we say the more like this, we have the different chains of stores. So all the chains of stores, ambience irrespective of the location. So every chain stores should also have the same atmosphere or the ambience in that particular store. So you should create an atmosphere where the customers should feel happy and they should find very easy and accessible into that particular retail store, and thereby they can purchase whatever the needs and wants or according to their likes and preferences or choice. Third factor is variety. It means the customers here, they have a large extent attracted to buy the varieties of articles. So this is also one of the important factors that is which is influencing the retailing. So when they enter the store, there it should be like in such kind of place, or that particular store should be having lot of variety of products. It is not that only one product is available in the store or in the retail store. In the retail store, there should be lot of products, variety of products should be displayed so that it will be easy as well as they feel satisfied to choose among those variety of products according to their likes and the choices or preferences. So every customer expects a variety of goods that is of latest fashion. So here in this particular retail store, every customer who enters it, they want or they feel that as they enter, they should see variety of products and variety of commodities should be there so that it is easy for them to purchase the products according to their choice, and which is of having latest technology with low price or reasonable price as well as with lot of new fashions also. So the retail store having large variety of articles will be surely attracted by the customers, and there you can find large number of customers in that retail stores. The fourth factor is of store layout. Store layout. So this store layout means the management of the articles, how you are going to manage the articles or the products or the commodities which you are kept in the store. So by the retailer. So in this store layout, it includes the arrangement of the goods properly. In the store, as the customer enters, he should see that the management of that particular goods. So as the customer enters the retail store or the outlet or the shop, the customer should be happy with the management of your store. That is, how well you have managed your store, how you have kept your products or the articles, how it has been displayed. So that is very important aspect. It is not that just because you are having a retail store, you can just throw here and there and just without arranging the goods or the products properly or the articles, then you cannot expect a very good response from the customer. So if you want a very good response from the customer, then you should see that you manage your store properly. Right? How you are going to manage your store? That is by arranging of the goods properly. It should be having lot of shelves, and in that shelves, the variety of goods should be kept. So one particular line of products should be kept separate, the other line of particular products in a separate rack or in separate shelves like this. So it should be arranged according to the quality wise or according to the sizes, right? So in each and different manner, it should be arranged properly. So keeping the same goods at one place, as well as keeping the stores neat and tidy. So you should see that all the goods have been arranged properly, or the articles have been or commodities been arranged properly, and also it should be clean and neat. Right? You should not just throw all the whatever the waste or whatever things you are using here and there. So everything should be arranged properly, and it should be totally cleansed, and it should be having a hygienic condition should be maintained in the store, so that it will be also very helpful for the customers who enters your store. And also keeping the surroundings and arranging the proper display of goods, that is through the windows as well as the shelves. As I told you, it is not only just arranging the products inside, but also outside also, the outer appearance also of the retail shops or the outlet should be in such a way that all the surrounding area of the retail shop should be kept clean and tidy, as well as it should be of totally hygienic, and thereby you can see you have to display your products near the windows, that is we call it as show windows. It should be arranged properly, and thereby you can find a lot of customers in your store. The fifth factor is democratic factors. What is demographic? Demographic factors means there are number of demographic factors which affect the retail business are consumption habits of the people. First one we say under demographic factors we have consumption habits of the people. What is this consumption habits? Consumption means how well and what are the things they like and what is their choice and preferences of a customer or a consumer. So the consumption habits of the prospective customer must be studied properly first. Only when you study the consumers, what is consumption habits, then it will be easy and helpful for the retail shops so that they can do their business according to the consumption habits of the customers. Otherwise, if you don't know or if you don't have the information regarding the consumption habits of the customers, then it will be difficult for the consumers who enter that particular store, because there the products will not be there or the articles or commodities will not be there according to their likes, preferences and choices. So second is family structure. Under family structure we see, students, it is also one of the greatest impacts. It creates a greatest impact on the retail business, because the family structures may be a joint or nuclear. Joint or nuclear. Third thing is number of working women. Here the number of working women also affects the the retailing business, because number of working women is more, they like to spend more than the housewives and vice versa. So here the number of working women is also one of the factor which will be influencing the retailing business. So here when you have lot of working women in the retailing business, if the number of working women is more, if a lot of ladies and working women are there in that particular shop or retail business, then it will be easy as well as it will be more comfortable for the ladies as well as the women or the girls to spend lot of time in choosing the products in your store. Then consumption habits. What are these consumption habits? These are nothing but the people, it will be affected by the buying decision. Consumption habits are nothing but these are the decisions which will affect the buying decision of a prospective customer. So if people are in the habit of buying branded goods, now most of the customers, they prefer only the branded goods. So you need to see that in your retail shop you should have only the branded goods which are very much essential on part of the customers, because most of the customers or 99% of the customers, we prefer as a customers, we prefer what? The branded products only. So those kind of branded products should be sold in the retail shops. So and variety of branded products also is very much important, that will be having a very good effect, and also you can find lot of success in this particular retail store. The next factor, that is sixth factor, is add-on services. What is this add-on services? It is nothing but apart from all these things what I told you, all the factors, that is the 5 factors. Here this add-on services, that will have an extra service. It is something like an extra service which is provided by the retailer, which is being provided by the retailer to the customers. That is in addition to the other normal goods which has been offered to the customers. So this add-on service is nothing but it is a kind of service which is being rendered by the retailer to the consumer, apart from the normal goods which is going to sell to the consumers. Now which are those extra services? It may be in the form of financing facilities on articles, like we have EMIs, Bajaj Finance. So these particular retail shops, they will be having this kind of finance facilities or financing of products, for financing of the products. Now for example, if I want to purchase a washing machine or a TV, right, or an air conditioner, then I can go on for a EMI, that is monthly installments, right? So here I can easily pay my amount, that is depending upon number of months of EMIs which has been provided. It may be for 8 months or 6 months or 12 months or 10 months. So it depends upon that particular company which has been financing. So it depends upon their criteria or their conditions. So here HDFC banks, or we can say Axis banks, or as I told you, this Bajaj Finance. Like this, there are various banks or the financial institutions which will be providing finance. So in the retail shop, they'll be having this kind of facilities also. So here they are providing the financing facilities on the articles which is been purchased, and also they give free home delivery. That means if you're not able to carry it and if you don't have the vehicle and all, so there is it is not a problem at all, where you purchase the product but the delivery will be done free, of course, by the retail stores or that particular retail shops. And also the after sale service also will be done, right? In kinds of automobiles, they'll be giving sales, after sales service, then gift, that is free gift wrapping, loyalty programs. All this will be an added services or added services to the customers given by retailers. The next factor is the behavior with customers. The behavior with the customers is one of the important aspect or the element on part of any retail store or the retailer, because only when you behave properly, then only you can attract a lot of customers. If you behave rudely or in a very different manner, then no one will enter your retail shops or the retail outlets or the stores. So the behavior of the retailer and his employees working there should be in such a way that the customers will be happy to enter into your retail shops or outlets or the stores, and that will have a great effect on the sales, right, or the sales volume. Now the person who is very courteous, so when the customer enters, as a customer, if I enter that is the retail store or the retail shop or outlet, then you can find somebody welcoming you by saying namaste or good morning sir, good morning ma'am, like this, right? So that is very, very important. So you find it is a very pleasant aspect or a pleasant thing where as you enter, somebody is wishing you. So that will create a very good reputation on that particular store. So it towards its customers and is keen to listen to them. So when you are very courteous, when you are very much courteous, then or the employees are working there in your shop, if they are very courteous to customers, then surely the customers will be happy. They'll be attracted towards your retail shops and to the employees who are working there, and they find so comfortable and they find easy, and also to that is to negotiate as well as to speak and to listen what you as well as your employees will be saying to them, and more likely to attract the customers. So this will create a very good reputation among the customers, and that will see that you can get more customers or large customers, and also your sales will be more, the profit margin also will be more. The next factor is socio-cultural environment. So this particular factor, it is also one of the factors which will be influencing the retailing business or retailing marketing. Now this socio-cultural environment of any area will affect the retail business, such as it says any retail business you take, it needs to follow the social, cultural and moral values, or we say any retailing business, it should follow the ethics and norms and the values or the morals of socio-cultural ethics and the values of the people in the area where it operates. So it should have that socio-cultural environment. So that is very, very important, because without having a culture, without having the moral qualities or the moral values or the ethics, you cannot survive in the society. So all these factors must be considered properly for the success of the retail business. So this is very important, because you should be very much helpful towards the society. Then you should not hurt the sentiments of the people or the customers who are surrounded by you, that is surrounded by the society where you are located, right? So you should be very good and very pleasing retail shops or the employees who are working there. So all these factors will have a greater impact on the retailing business. So these are the important factors, that is the 8 factors as I told you, which are very much important on part of the influencing, which is influencing the retailing business. Now students, coming to the next important topic here in this session is about the functions. What are the functions of retailers or retailing business, right? First and foremost, it says assembly and sorting of merchandise. What is this assembling and what is this sorting out? See, every retailer has to meet the needs of the goods of a common man. So why the retail is there, or retailing business is there, or marketing is there? In order to meet the needs and wants, or satisfy the needs and wants of the customers or the consumers, right? So in order to meet this common man's needs and wants, and satisfying their needs and wants of the economic objectives, so here it says the retailer, they should keep wide variety of goods. In order to meet the needs and wants, or satisfying the needs and want, every retailer in the shop, he has to keep variety of goods as well as the services which is been demanded by the customer. Only then you can say that you are going to flourish in that particular area or in that particular business or retailing business. Now for this, to keep variety of products and sell variety of products in your retail shops or in your outlets, what the retailer has to do? So he needs to first assemble the goods which are required by the people or the customers, right? Which is having lot of demand. So what he has to do is he has to collect and assemble the goods from different manufacturers. Now from where he is going to get the goods? He is going to get the goods from different manufacturers. So various manufacturers, they are going to supply the goods. So variety of goods can be assembled in this store by purchasing the various variety of products from different manufacturers or the producers or the middlemen. And he undertakes sorting out. Once he assembles these goods, he starts doing the work of sorting out the products, that is classifying of goods according to in order to meet the expectation and the specific need of the customers. So first he needs to assemble the goods from where he is buying the goods from various different purchasers or the manufacturers, as well as after purchasing, after purchasing, assembling them, he needs to sort out and classify them according to their different category, that is according to standard and grades, right? And that will meet the expectation of the customers. This retail has wide variety of customers who have different requirements. So these retailers, they will be having different kinds of customers, and those customers will be having different kinds of requirement. Now as a customer, what I want, the same, my friend as a customer, he may not be liking that particular product, or he may not be having the same requirement. So his requirement may be different. So according to that, the retailer has to arrange the goods in his shop that is having wide variety of products. So he needs to collect and assemble those kind of goods, right, from different sources. From different sources means different suppliers or different manufacturer or producers. Then assort them. That means he has to see that he separates them, classify them, and keep them in the shelf, which is ready for easy identification. So why is assorting, or why is sorting out this particular products which he has purchased and which has been assembled? Because in order to see that it will be easy for the customers as well as for him to identify where that particular product is. If everything is mixed together, it is not possible. If all the different variety of products are mixed together, then you will not be able to find out or recognize or identify where that particular product is which you want. So in order to identify and recognize, it is always easy and say that the retailers will be sorting out according to grade wise, class wise, or it may be classified according to size, color, or it may be the various dimensions, right? Under different aspects, it will be classified and it will be kept ready in order to identify for himself as well as for customers. So he is going to display the products to the visiting customers and see that it will help to ensure greater sales or more sales. Now second is breaking the bulk. In the first beginning, in the first session, I told you the meaning of retail. The meaning of retail, I said break the bulk. Break the bulk means you need to break the bigger, what is called the huge bulk of products into small units. Or you have to classify them according to small units or lots, because in the retail trade where you are purchasing the goods in larger quantities and selling them in smaller quantity to the customers for final consumption, that's what I told you. So here under the second function of retailing, it says breaking the bulk. So the retailer, as I told you, he buys the goods in a larger quantity, right? That is retails, or he cuts them into small bulks or the packs in order to meet. Why is breaking the bulk? Why is making or classify them or breaking into small lots or into small packs? according to the requirement, because the total bulk, if I want 1 kg of sugar, means I cannot take 1 ton of sugar. So the retailer will purchase 1 ton of sugar. Out of that, he is going to segregate or sort out and pack them according to like 1 kgs, 2 kgs, 5 kgs packets. So in this way, it will be helpful. For that, I will be easy. That is, it is for me very easy to take according to my requirement. So that is the reason why they are breaking the bulk, why they are breaking the bulk, larger quantity into small packets, and that will meet the needs of the each and every customer. So the large bundle or the bag or the bulk, it is been broken into small units, right? As well as that units or the packs will be made into small units of packs, which is convenient for the retailer to buy as well as to carry it. Third is holding stocks. Here, the merchandise of adequate quantity is always kept in stores. Means the goods which is of larger quantity, that will be stored in the shops or in the godowns, right? And that is been delivered whenever it is demanded. So the retailer is purchasing the goods in a larger quantity from the manufacturer or the producer or the suppliers, and he is going to store them in the godowns or in the stores, and he is going to supply it according to the demand of the people or the customer. Now, by holding this ready stock, why he had to keep the ready stock? Because it is easy for him to just give away according to the demand of the customers. Otherwise, what happens? There is no products, or when there is demand, there is no supply, or there is no ready stock, then the customer may turn over to other competitor product also. As well as there may be a price rise, inflation, like this, lot of things may happen. So this will create the time utility and increases value of the goods. So when you keep the ready stocks, that is, when you hold the stocks or when you keep the ready stocks with you, that is, the retailer keeps the ready stocks or holds the stocks in a larger quantity and he supplies them according to the demand of the customers or consumers, then it creates the time utility. That means according to demand, he is going to supply them, as well as it is increasing the value of the goods. Why? Because he is supplying them according to the demand, and thereby it increases the value for the goods. Now, this is very important service of the retailer because he is offering both to the manufacturer as well as to the consumer also. The next function is regarding collect market information. The retailer, he collects the market information from the consumers. Because when the person comes or customer comes to the shop, he will find out what are his tastes, what are the preferences, what are the choice of the customers, and that information will be passed on to the wholesaler or to the manufacturer. And there the manufacturer producers, he is going to manufacture the product according to the information given by the retailers. So it is very important. Otherwise, what happens if you don't give the information about the customers, about their requirements, what are the requirements, what are the preferences, what are the choice, what should be there, about the products, right? And what are the suggestions? So if all this information not been passed on to the manufacturer or producer, then you will not be able to manufacture them according to the requirements of the customer. That is why here the collection of information is very, very important part of the retailer from the customers. So customers come direct and personal contact with the retailer. So when we have the direct contact with the retailers, so it is easy for the retailer to collect the information from us. So they share their opinion, ideas regarding the utility. So when they come to the shop, as they are speaking about the product, they will say what are the things which has been benefited, which has not been benefited, whether the price is high, right, whether it is reasonable, or whether you should develop your product. It should be in the form of size or the color, or it may be in the quantity wise or quality wise. All this information will be passed on. That is, the opinion, suggestion will be given by the customers to the retailer. So, and the value of the goods and what further they expect from the goods, and in future, what are the other things, what are the more expectations from them are there about their products, how it has to be developed. So all this information will be passed on to the retailer by the consumer. Now the retailer, what he will do, he will share this information with the manufacturer. As I told you, you will share this information with the manufacturer, and so that manufacturer also can design and price the product and deliver the product in order to meet and match the expectations of the consumers at large, so that the common may not be having an idea of variety of goods available. So even what are the goods available from the or manufactured products are there, even that information will be passed on by the retailer to the consumer, because the consumers will not be aware of what kind of products which has come to the market. So both the ways he is giving the information. From the customer side, he is passing the information to the manufacturer about the taste, preferences, all this, and likes and requirements. And from manufacturer, he collects information about what kind of product has entered into the market, which are the products, right? What are the benefits, what are the offers, each and everything information will be passed on to the consumer. So it will be helpful for the consumers to purchase them according to the capacity and according to the requirements. Next function is marketing function. So under this marketing function, students, it says the retail will perform various marketing functions such as, that transportation, warehousing, then promotion of goods, right? In some cases, there may be grading of goods, packing of the goods will be undertaken by the retailer, and labeling of the goods also will be undertaken by the retailer. So these are very, very important functions where the retailer does on his own, because he wants to reduce the burden of the manufacturer. That is why he is doing all this or undertaking all these kinds of marketing functions. So in absence of retailer, these activities which will be carried out by the manufacturers themselves. So if there are, or in absence of the retailers, then the manufacturer only has to undertake all these functions such as transporting the goods from the place of production to the place of consumption in this market, then warehousing, storing the goods according to the season and according to the demand, and he has to supply it, then doing the promotional activities, undertaking all the promotional activities such as advertising, salesmanship, or it may publicity, right? All these things, or door-to-door deliveries also, and grading of the goods has to be done by himself, packing, labeling, everything he has to do, the manufacturer, in case if there is no retailer. But when there is retailer, the retailer will concentrate, he will take up all this kind of the functions, marketing functions he will do on his own, so that the marketer, that is the retailer, he will see that the manufacturer or producer, he will be revealed from this particular work and concentrate only on production aspect. So retail undertakes the task of transporting the goods, as I told you, to the that are manufactured, and it has been kept in the warehouses until they have been demanded. So during this period, he may also undertake, as I told you, grading, packing of goods, then labeling, which is not done. So here he also undertakes the sales promotion campaign, as I told you, in the form of various forms. Sales promotional tools, publicity, advertising, in order to create demand for the products and sell them. The next function is promotion of products. Promotion is also very important aspect, because without promoting the product, the customer will not be having a knowledge and awareness about that particular product which has come to the market, and what are the benefits of the product, what are the features of the product. All these things, the customer will not be having any kind of information. In that case, you need to see that the promotion of the goods has to be undertaken, or product has to be undertaken. So the retailer undertakes the promotion of the products, that is by giving publicity as well as advertising on that particular product in the local media or through any other media, print media or the press media. Now, placement, showcasing and window dressing is also one of the promotional tools. That is placement. How well you place your product which attracts the customer as they enter your retail shop. Showcasing and window. So as you enter, as before entering, you can see on the left and the right side of the shops, right? You can see that the window display will there, a model will be kept. For that model, they are going to dress up with whatever the dresses or the jewelries, everything. So that is attracting the customers. They are keeping this in order to attract the customers. So this will be, the product will be visible in this kind of window dressing or showcasing or placements. And that will attract them to buy the product. Otherwise, if you don't advertise it, if you don't keep it outside, or if you don't show what are the products, then it will be very much, it is not possible for the consumers to come to know about your product. The next function is offers variety of services to customers. That is regular retailer, they are offering variety of services to the customers along with the sales. So these may include free home delivery, as I told you, after sales service they are giving credit, retailing, right? So all these are given to whom? To the regular customers. Then long regular associationship between retailer and the customer will also make, or they will share their personal and family related matters. If you become more friendly with the retailer, the customer and the retailer will be talking about their past, about their family matters, right? About the personal things. Everything will be shared because you have become so close with the retailers. So the retailers also will become will act as a friendly philosopher, as well as he guides and trusts his customers in his routine job. The last one is the risk bearing. Under this, the retailer undertakes all the risk of the manufacturer on his own. So here, by holding large stock of goods, a variety of products, he is going to assume the following kinds of risks. Which are the risks? Because he is holding lot of stock in his storerooms, right, or in his godowns, as well as he is having variety of products also. So he will be assuming different kinds of risk, such as selling risk of all the variety that he has stock. The first risk is he has to see that he has to sell all the variety of products which is stored in his godowns. So that is the very first risk. So he has to see that all the goods which is been stored has to be sold out. Secondly, at some point of time, the quantity will remain unsold. So when the quality is not there or the price is high, then the quantity, whatever the quantity you have purchased, so it may be remaining idle, it will not be sold. So he has to design a strategy. So he needs to form a strategy or formulate a strategy like how to sell that particular goods which are been unsold, which is having a larger quantity, such as by giving offers, discount sales, right? Undertake stock clearance. So all this he has to undertake and undergo, and thereby he suffers loss if he is not able to clear that particular stocks. And thirdly, damage to goods. So here, because he is having lot of goods in his godowns, he is stocking, he is holding the goods with huge goods or with huge amount of goods. The goods are in his warehouses and it may get damaged, like due to fire, accident, earthquakes, burglary, or the goods may lose the value of that particular due to evaporation or any other cause. So all these are the various kinds of risk which has been occurred, like it may be natural risk or man-made risk, it says. So every paisa of damage cannot be insured. Even though you can insure, but every paisa of the damage cannot be insured. In that case, the retailer, he undertakes the sharing of burden of such losses. So here the retailer, what he does, he is going to share, undertakes the risk of sharing, as well as that is the burden of such losses which he undergoes. So dear students, the topics which I have explained to you in this particular session. So in session 3, I had explained to you about the nature, the factors which are influencing the retailing business, as well as the functions of the retail business or the retailer. So hope you understood the topics which are covered to you today. So see you in the next class. Until then, take care. Have a nice day. So thank you, students.